Hi everyone and welcome to online English class. This is level 2, lesson number 12, which starts on May 13th. This is part 1. In this video, we're going to work on the warm-up and Unit 8, Lesson F. You are probably watching this video between May 13th and May 26th. This video was filmed on May 10th, 2020. For the warm-up, today is Sunday. The date is May 10th, 2020. The date is 05/10/2020. So the month is May, the date is the 10th, and the year is 2020. Let's move on to the weather. Alright, so like I said, today is Sunday. Right now it is 3 p.m., so it is 3 in the afternoon. The weather is sunny and the temperature is 72 degrees. If we look at the bottom, we have the daily forecast. Here, we have the weather for every day and we have the temperatures. For the temperatures, we have two numbers. We have the high temperature and the low temperature. So right now, the temperature is 72 and the weather is sunny. The weather is sunny. Hello? Okay. Now let's do the temperature range. The temperature range is the high temperature and the low temperature, but we always write the low temperature first. The temperature is from 47 to 73 degrees. Today, the temperature range is from 47 to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, the temperature is the temperature is 72 degrees. It feels. So, right now, it is hot and it is cold. Let me tell you why. It feels warm in the sun. It feels warm if you are in the sun. It feels cool in the shade. It feels cool in the shade. Now, what is the shade? The shade is the shadows. So let's look at my lamp right here. This is my lamp, okay? So the lamp is making light on the table. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, let's go all the way up. Okay, up, okay. So there's light on the table. It's like the sun. This is the shade. This is the shadow where it's dark. So it is cool in the shade, but if you're in the sun, it's warm. But if there's clouds, it's cloudy. Or if you're under a tree, it's dark and it's cool. So that's why I say it feels warm in the sun, it feels cool in the shade. Okay, so now past and present tense. Yesterday, the weather. When we talk about yesterday, we use the past tense. The past tense of to be, for the weather, we use was. Yesterday, the weather was sunny. Tomorrow, for tomorrow and to be, we say the weather will be. This is for the future. Tomorrow, the weather will be. Oh, let's see. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. What's the weather tomorrow? The weather tomorrow will be sunny. Tomorrow, the weather will be sunny. Period. Okay, so now we're going to start Lesson F. Lesson F is on page 106, page 106. Okay, so page lesson F, we have a schedule. This is a schedule. It says Larry's discount store. Larry's discount store weekly timesheet. It says weekly timesheet here. Okay, so weekly means every week. Weekly means every week. The ly here means every. So we can have daily, which means every day. We can have monthly, which means every month. We can have yearly, which means every year. The ly after the time word means every. We can have hourly, which means every hour. Here it says weekly, so it means every week. One time a week. A time sheet. Timesheet is a schedule. A timesheet is a schedule. So this means this is a schedule for every week for Larry's discount store. Remember, the word discount, it means a lower price. A discount means something is being sold for a lower price. Here we have employee. Notice the two E's here. The two E's means this person is a worker. This is the person working. So Lara da Silva is somebody who is working. The social security number. Why is this on a timesheet? This should not be on a timesheet. Okay, but it's here. So this is the social security number. And then the rate. The rate here. So before I tell you what rate means, I want you to look at this and see if you can understand what it says. So if you remember this line here, the way we say this line is per. The line here means per. It means for one. This line means for one. $14 for 1 hour. $14 per hour. What this means is that the employee, when they are working, they get $14 for every hour they work. This is called the rate. It's how much money you make in 1 hour. So Laura makes $14 per hour. Okay, so let's see. On this table, we have the day, the date. How are these two words different? The day is the name of the day. The date is the number. So we do this in the warm-up every day. This is the day, and this is the date. We always write the month and then the day. So this says August 7th, August 8th, August 9th, August 10th, August 11th. The time in. So this is the start. This is when Laura starts working. The time out is when Laura finishes. And then time in, so she starts again and she finishes here. So it looks like she starts at 9 and then she finishes at noon. She starts at 1 and finishes at 4. The hours here is the total number of hours she works every day. So Monday she works 6 hours. At the bottom, we have the total hours. Here, this is the total number of hours she works in a week. How do you get this number? You add all of the hours from these days together to get the total hours. Total always means to add. Okay, this line says, I have worked these hours. I understand that false information will result in my termination with the company. Oh, so this is something that is already on the paper. This is something that they write on the paper before you see it. It just means you understand and you agree. So, false information. False information means it's wrong, it's incorrect, or it is fake. So let's say on Monday, Laura works, but she leaves early. She leaves at 2 p.m., but she still says she leaves at 4. So she leaves 2 hours early, but on her timesheet, she says she leaves on time. She leaves at 4, but really she's leaving at 2. She is writing something that is not true. It is not true here. That is false information. It's not true. If she leaves early, but she doesn't say it here, it's not true. It's wrong. The word result. The word result means cause. The word result means cause or make. I'll explain this word more later. Termination. Termination means you get fired. It means the boss says you can't work anymore. You don't have a job. Termination means your employer says you can't work here anymore. You don't have this job anymore. So, the word result, if you make false information, if you say something that is not true here, you can get fired. That's what result means. If you do this, then this happens. You do this, I do this. That's what result means. We have the employee's signature and we have the supervisor's signature. So let's answer these questions. 1. What is Laura's hourly rate? Remember, hourly. I explained to you that if there is the letters LY after anything that has to do with time, so second, minute, hour, day, month, week, year, it means every hour. The rate is how much money she makes every hour. The hourly rate is how much money she makes every hour. So how much money does she make every hour? She makes $14 per hour. That's her rate. So Laura's hourly rate is $14 an hour. When did Laura start work on Tuesday? So what time did Laura start work on Tuesday? Time in means start. We look at the first one. This is after lunch. We look at this one. This is in the morning. On Tuesday, she started at 8:30 a.m. So she started at 8:30 a.m. Which statement is true? Which statement is correct? This one you can do on your own. I won't tell you the answer. And this one you can do on your own. Do this question and this question. Okay, so now I have a question for you. Why, on this timesheet, are there 2 time ins and 2 time outs? Why does she start 2 times and finish 2 times? What's happening in between? What is going on between 12 at noon and 1 p.m.? Or 12:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m.? Or 2 p.m. and 3 p.m.? What's happening in the middle here? Why does she work from here to here, and then she stops, and then she works from here to here? What's happening in between these times? She's eating lunch. In between is her lunch break. Her lunch break is in between. So we can say she works a morning shift and an afternoon shift. And in the middle, she has her lunch break. Okay, so let's look at this. This one is choose your opinion. Laura worked for 37 hours last week, but the company only paid her for 35 hours. What should she do? So she worked for 37 hours, and the company only paid her for $35. She works for 37 hours. She gets paid for 35 hours. That means she's missing 2 hours. 37 minus 35 equals 2. She's missing 2 hours of pay. She needs to get paid for 2 more hours. She needs to get paid for 2 more hours. She needs to get paid for 2 more hours because they only paid her for $35 hours. So, how much money is she missing? How much money is Laura missing? She needs to get paid for 2 more hours. How much money does Laura make in 2 hours? So, she is missing, okay, she gets paid $14 every hour. She gets paid $14 every hour, and she's missing 2 hours. So, she needs $28 more. She's missing $28 from work. So, what should she do? Should she call the manager? Should she wait until next month to see if the 2 hours are on the check? Should she do nothing or should she do something else? Let's look at number 2. Number 2 means that they already know the problem and then they're going to fix it the next time she gets paid. So this time she's not getting paid, but they move it to next time. Well, I would call the manager. I would call my supervisor and ask them, hey, so my timesheet says I worked for 37 hours, but I only get paid for 35 hours. Why? Is there a mistake? And then they can fix it. So maybe they move the 2 hours to next week or next month, the next time I get paid. That's what I would do. I would call my supervisor or whoever does the paychecks every week.